Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel with your host as always Skulls, and today we are back with the USS Voyager, but this time we're going over its special abilities. Now it's a beautiful ship. Now Voyager was we're not a bad TV show and everything, and I mean the ship itself is beautiful, but that's not what we're here for, not for a beauty parade. So here is our Voyager. Now the abilities of the Voyager are broken down into certain sections. Obviously, find a player and summon. Now, the summon ability doesn't just do one thing, which I think a lot of people still don't actually know. Unless, of course, especially when you're new to getting a Voyager, you don't realize that it's for summoning. Yeah, obviously, when you summon, in comes species 8472, which is fine, yeah, which is your normal hostile that gives you your loot and everything, yeah. Trust me, with these, I recommend doing as high as you can with a loot crew, because at the end of the day, the more loot you get, the better it is all around. So, yeah, see, 55.9k for just one. Not bad with a loot crew, yeah, let's put it that way. But this isn't its main ability, yeah. Obviously, it's used for taking out hydrogen enemies as well. They're pretty straightforward, yeah. You need these for battle pass missions, events, all sorts, yeah. So you got the transporters types, and you've also got your normal types. So once you get a max Voyager and stuff, they are a doddle. You can come to the 60 zones and just boom, boom, boom. But while you're obviously getting to that stage, it's obviously all about going as high as you can and surviving, yeah, to make sure you get the most bang for your buck, as they class it as, yeah. As you see, 69.2k just from 2 hits. Not bad, not bad, not bad. But there's still a lot more that this can do. Now, this is just normal space. Now, I know you can go to mining space, which we're going to do as well. Reason we got, obviously, the Voyager has the ability to mine in Voyager mining space, which is great for getting in the bits you need to turn in your boxes and everything like that. Why, up until you max it, it's obviously something that you need to do. Once it's maxed, obviously with the new way things are, obviously in this one here, in the archives, obviously once it's maxed, you're getting in every day, yeah. So it becomes one of those things that you've gone from needing to do all the time to obviously not worrying. So if you don't do a great deal of it, or don't do a lot of farming out, eventually once you get it maxed, you'll be able to catch up on all that sort of stuff pretty easy anyway. So, but there's another reason you come here, and that is, let's see, I don't know if anyone would have known. I was going to say it's very unlikely. Now, yet again, while you're here, obviously you got your different nodes, you got your rare and your normal, but we're not here for that. We're not here for the enemies, which, don't get me wrong, is another way of getting in your bits without actually having to mine. Just come in here, kill, 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 kill until you're near enough dead and leave, or you fill your hole. But no, if you was to use your summoning ability in here, it brings in this beauty, which is the Silver Blood USS Voyager, yeah, which is absolutely brilliant. The first time you do this, you'll get yourself some nice little rewards, yeah, let's put it that way. But this happens in any of the mining zones, yeah. You can pull one of these guys in, yeah. So obviously we've killed that. The loot itself is good for killing it, I suppose. It's not too bad. But you will end up getting, and you may have seen people with this, I know I've got it somewhere, here we go, the Silver Blood Voyager emblem as well, yeah? Which is actually a really nice avatar you can use as well. So, you can get that from doing this. Plus, it's a good way of getting some of your turning bits, because you get 10 of your different pools, so obviously your ticketed tokens, yeah, things like that. But there's still more this thing can do, yeah. Now, also under the same ability, if we come over to here, oh, I gotta go the long way around, okay. So why not get in there? Yeah, so this is the one of the main reasons. Hang on, stop a sec. Yes, that don't bother me. No, that's a mining zone. Okay, we were going the right place. Yeah, yeah, this is one of the main reasons I actually would still come here, and one of the main reasons I still use my Voyager is for this particular ability it has now on doing this part. So let's get out there and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Right, be right back. Hello and welcome back, peeps. Right, so we all like faction credits. Don't get me wrong, we all like a good faction credit. So one of the things that you can do in here, in all your faction styles, are turn in these ones here, the message, yeah? So obviously you turn in X amount and you get X amount of faction credits for each one. And obviously all three factions have these, which is brilliant. So why are you thinking, well, for faction credit, why am I coming here? They're the sort of things you get off the scout messengers, yeah? Well, yes, but this is the ultimate way. So with a... Oh, brilliant. I like to see that there. Right, so yeah, as I was saying, right, summon again. But this time you're going to be summoning in the assimilated data cube. Yep, and this will come with Klingon messages, and I get Federation on this one. With a loot crew, you're going to get a damn sight more than this. Yeah, you bring this guy in, you kill, rinse, repeat. See, he's doing this at the same time. See, he's bringing his in. Yeah. See, if this is someone that wronged you, you could be a right idiot and go take them, but we're not going to do that. So, and there you go. And that will, obviously, you don't get no loot in this part, but you get more elsewhere. And I say that you can put another one in. Yeah, so he's only just started doing this as well. See, he's also out here using a loot crew, so, you know, people know what's needed. Yeah, and I mean, you could spend 10, 15 minutes a week. Yeah, you could spend an hour, a month, whatever you wanted to do. You get that many from doing this, it soon mounts up. Which then brings me on nicely to one of its pride and joy abilities for the Voyager. This guy here, just say he had been upsetting you, he had been in here taking your loot or whatever, and you'd finally had enough of him, yeah? So you bring your Voyager back up, and then you click on this little one here, yeah? And this is going to show you, boom. So you bring it in, and then you can click here, and go to player station. And this now shows me exactly which state, whereabouts he is. So let's find him, just to prove the point. He was a 58. Here's his station. You now know where he is. Yeah, you can do the old classy thing. You can bookmark. Yeah. So then you know where he is. So next time he attacks you, yeah, you can go blow the doors off his base if you wanted to, yeah? As simple as that. Little things like that. Saying that I can go back to bringing in these. Yeah. The guy is probably none the wiser. He still thinks you're out here doing the same as he is. Yeah. You could be mean and take his. Yeah. There is no penalty for doing so. I know that sounds quite bad, but it's just common decency not to. That's what I will say about it, yeah? And there you go. They are some of what the actual abilities of how the Voyager is to you. How you can use the Voyager to gain more loot. How you can actually get the Voyager to some way still be relevant because it's once you get to a certain point in the game. Now, mine's maxed at 216 million power at the moment, which, don't get me wrong, isn't to be sniffed at, but it's not particularly powerful. I have miners that have got more power. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. There's, even my revs got more power. You know what I mean. You've got things that now are getting bigger, so it's obviously used for its set of goals, and that's pretty much what it is. But I hope hopefully you find this video helpful. Obviously, if you're a max level player, you probably know all this, or you've been using your Voyager for a long time. You probably know this as well. But this is for the people that are getting the Voyager, still not 100% sure how to use all its abilities. Yeah, I also have a video on the channel, yeah, which goes on the whole loop of the how to use the Voyager. Back when I was doing my loop, so if you wanted to check that one out, you're more than welcome as well. I'll leave a link in the comments to that particular video as well. But I've been your host as always, Skulls, and I'll see you all in the next one. You stay safe. Peace out.